this video, we are literally going to be looking at how to trade SMC, which is the smart money concept, on crypto pairs. And today's pair that we're going to be looking at is ETHUSDT, which is Ethereum USDT Theta. Okay, so basically we'll be running down everything right from the smart money concept. We'll be looking at OBs, which is order blocks. Sorry, did I type? Okay, we'll basically be looking at order blocks, right? Fair value caps, looking at order blocks, FVGs, which is, let me capitalize it, FVGs, which is fair value caps. We'll equally be looking at demand and supply, that's demand regions and supply. Okay, so these are basically the major things, right? That's a major point of interest that we'll be looking at, and then we'll equally be looking at how to properly execute trades. Let me just adjust this here. We'll be looking at how to properly enter the market, right, using these key tools, these key SMC tools. All right, then we'll be looking at top-down analysis as well, and then understanding the overall market structure or the overflow of the market. All right, so let me just keep this at the side. So the first thing we want to do, right, while looking at your chart, the first thing is your top-down analysis. Obviously, I normally prefer running my top-down analysis from the daily time frame. Then I scale it all the way down to my lower time frame. Sorry, let me just let me delete this. Okay, I already have some trades. I had some like entry points. Well, I don't think we'll be using this all that much. Either ways, so this is the stats for the daily time frame. Sorry, let me zoom in. This is stats for the daily time frame, as you can see here. So we are trying to figure out the overall direction of the market, which is the first thing anybody would literally want to do, right? You always want to check out for the direction of the market. So from this particular point, we can see that the market is bullish, right? Although price or market has failed to create another higher high, which is this particular swing high here. Price has failed to break past this particular high. You can see this was like a double top. Okay, this is a double top. You can literally call it a triple top, because here we already had a double top at this particular point. That's from here to this here, like this. So this is an impulsive move. I'll just consider this as an impulsive move, and then I'll take my trend line all the way down here, because this is a daily time frame, and besides we are not working with this stats. So let me just delete this. We're not working with this stats, and let me use yellow. Yellow is too shouty. Let me use a different color. Anyways, this is giving us like I said, this is giving us a double top, and then here, which is like a triple top pattern. Okay, according to retail strategy or price action strategy, right? This is like this is a sell indication, or as you can chart pattern. Sorry, this is a sell indication. This is an indication that the market is going for a sell. All right. So this is just by the way though. But either ways, like I said, we're using full-time SMC. Price has failed to create a higher high at this particular point, right? And then price came and then broke through the last structure here, which is this is the last low we had here. Okay, so this is our break of structure. Break of structure. This is a break of structure market created, and you could literally see that this is a market structural shift. I think this is even a better region to set it. Your market structure shift. Okay. So the market was moving in a bullish wave, all right, and then it started going bearish because price failed to create a higher high, which is breaking through this last high. Ideally, this move was supposed to break through this high, because this was the last impulsive higher high, and then this is the higher low. So price was supposed to go create another higher high, but then it came back and created a lower high, and here this is a lower low. This particular low here. This is a lower low. Okay, price has still not come down to this particular point. Now, mind you, this is looking at things from from the daily time frame perspective, and we want to use this to deduce what the market will do or how the market will react at this particular point. Okay, that's exactly what we want to see. This is a structural market shift, because market is in a downtrend and then continuing the overall bullish move, which is the uptrend, as we can see here. Okay, so that's why this particular point is my market structural shift as MSS, and obviously so that the market continues its bullish move until it reach this particular support, supply region or resistance zone, whichever one you want to call it to. But price reached this particular supply. I tend to call it my supply. So let me just mark it out. Price reached our supply here. Let me just extend here. So let me just supply. Yeah, so price reached this supply region before selling all the way down, before taking a major sell. And then you can see that it took liquidity here at this point. Price took liquidity. Price took out liquidity before pulling back down. Okay, you can see that this ideally would have been like an entry point, but then price used this to fuel up liquidity. Man, use a daily time frame. So this particular move here has a lot of momentum. Okay, if you move down to like a 4-hour or a 1-hour time frame, you know this is like a whole lot of pips, points, or whichever thing you want to call it. Okay, so now, like I said, we want to understand the overall market direction. Recently there was a surge in like literally almost all the coins, right? All the coins started dumping all of a sudden. So I think that's the reason for this particular move here. I got stopped out of this trade, but luckily my second entry kicked in. But I got stopped out my first entry because I had one here, and then my second entry I took it here, so I got stopped out with one of them. Either ways, this is what we want to see from the daily time frame. So you could hypothetically take this sell, right? You could have taken this sell hypothetically, but mind you, you don't intend holding for long for now, because what we're looking at is an overall downtrend, right, or a downward move from the market. So you don't want to hold for long. Okay, this is just more or less like a correction at this particular point, because our daily time frame is already giving us a bullish wave, and we want to most likely trade with the trend. Okay, so hypothetically here would have been a good place, a good region for you to take your sell. Okay, because market has mitigated upon this zone severally. Okay, creating a strong supply region and then having a sweep of liquidity. So this could have been a very good entry point for you. So now that we're done with the 1-hour time frame, okay, we're going to mark out, this is like our major demand. This zone here, I love to call this my major demand. Where is demand? Okay, so this is my major demand zone here, and then I have another demand here. Okay, this is like my internal demand structure. Okay, this is my demand, so I could still label this as my demand. All right, so this is exactly what I'm anticipating. We have like a mini, this is like another block. I use this as my other block. You could still hypothetically call this your demand structure, whichever one you want. Okay, I'll tell you the reasons why I entered my trade from this particular point here, but let's get back to the video. Okay, so we'll move on to our 4-hour time frame. Now I want to look at in our 4-hour time frame is easily spotting out other blocks, fair value gaps, and then the host of other things. Okay, so other blocks, fair value gaps, any key point of interest. Okay, zooming down to get a clearer picture of our demand zone, as you can see here, like this, and this particular move here, this particular one, although this is a bit backdated, but this is giving us a much more accurate thing, because you can see that there was a little mitigation upon this region, right? Price came and was consolidating, was having more or less, let me change the color, sorry, was having more or less like a choppy feel in this region before the breakouts and the buy continuation. Okay, so price was literally ranging within this zone here. So this is a good avenue for price to retest and then probably go back up for a buy or the same continuation in its trend. All right, so this is what we're looking at from the 4-hour time frame. Now, so I think I missed something from my daily time frame. I think I told you guys about that zone. I marked out my second entry points. Right, this is another block because I had my fair value gap here. This is my fair value gap here, this particular region here. Although it's been mitigated by this particular week, but where is it here? It's been a bit mitigated, but I had a strong feeling that this particular point would pull off due to obvious reasons that I've seen. Right, but this is my fair value gap here. So I was anticipating price to use this as an inducement level to tap me in to my OB here, which is, let me just label it out. And I think I had a sniper entry on the trade. So price taps me into my OB here. Sorry, let me just label it OB. Okay, let's just use it for hours of the block. Yeah. So this is my OB here. So you can see that the wick came in and tapped me in into it with the wick here. This was, and then I used this as my inducement level. Sorry. I use this as my inducement level to tap me into the trade. So this was exactly how I took this particular trade. So this was my first entry here, which got violated. I think I was in little profits before this downward move. So immediately I hit my stop loss on this trade. I knew price was coming to retrace back to this particular zone, and then it tapped me in, and then came in for a buy. I took partial profits, I think halfway, somewhere around here or so. Somewhere around here. I still have like a position running, which I intend to hold. I don't know how long though, till I see an invalidation, but that's just by the way. So this is basically it though. So let's go back to the same 4-hour time frame so that we can identify specific things. So you can see that this inducement level here, let me adjust it. Okay, this here is the inducement level. Obviously the price was supposed to use to tap into the OB. The price did in fact use, okay, and then tapped us in and went all up for a buy. Okay, this was the fair value cap we marked, and even if the daily time frame, let's assume the daily time frame was not giving you a clear indication like that. Okay, let's assume the daily time frame was not giving you that. What you could have done is to just get the overflow. Okay, this is actually the bullish overflow here, right? This same OB region that is being marked. So you could hypothetically use this as well for your order flow to get the overall movement. And besides, this can still be seen as a mini demand zone. Okay, there's like several mitigations here. But either way, if price had cleared me out of this trade, which I was really, like I said, I had other confluences that made me take this particular trade from here. That made me set my limit order from here though. But if I was to be stopped out of this particular trade, this one here would have held. Although I didn't see any reason to take my entry from here as at this moment. Okay, I need to see an invalidation first, and I need to see a reaction. Price needs to go and react to a particular point to give me clear indication that I need to take my my trade from this like little, we have another demand zone at the extreme, right? So this internal like demand whatsoever. So that's exactly what I am literally expecting from this particular trade here. So now that we've moved to 4 hours, this is what you need to look out for: key inducement levels, adjust it, and then looking out for other block regions, fair value caps. Like here we have an untapped fair value cap or an unmitigated fair value cap, which is still a good avenue for you to take your trade from here. So obviously I'm looking at this zone to be a very hot zone or a hot spot. Hypothetically, I was looking at setting my TP all the way up, but I'm not sure this particular move would take the trade all the way up, right? I'm not sure this particular move would take the trade all the way up. So I'm literally banking on this particular fair value cap to be used, and then for people's stops, like lots of people's stops, to be cleared around the same region before pulling price back up. Okay, so I intend taking my TP at the extreme here. Okay, obviously due to the fact that coins are pumping, and we most likely want to be looking for buy opportunities. So anything sell opportunities for now, you can do it at your own risk, DYOR. Okay, so this is the move I am anticipating. I had a very strong feeling about this sweep here that was clear, but I still don't think it's enough push for it to take price all the way up. If you notice, there was one that occurred here previously. I think I missed this particular one, and after the sweep, price, market push price all the way up to tap into the supply region. Okay, look at this was the liquidity we marked, right? The trap or inducement, whichever one you want to call it. The trap for retail traders, for people that trade support and resistance levels. Okay, and then price came back all the way up, okay, to the extreme of the supply zone before making this impulsive downward move. So we could hypothetically label this as a break of structure here, right, or a shifting market structure. I think that would be a much more preferable term, shifting market structure, right? Why? Because price was moving in an uptrend, causing series of breaks of structures to the upside. Here we can see we have a break of structure. We have a break of structure there. We equally have another one here. Another break of structure here. Another break of structure. But then you can, if you observe, you'd notice the market after breaking structures to the upside, it came back and then cleared through this last break of higher low here, creating a lower low, right? This particular lower low. So I'm anticipating price to come back up and create a lower high, probably around this region, looking at somewhere, right? Creating a lower high and then probably going back in the same bearish move. That's if it's going to keep giving us that bearish move till probably it mitigates upon this demand zone, then hopefully we'll be looking at buy opportunities, assuming all criteria are being met. So this is basically I mentioned other blocks, right? We have our other blocks. I mentioned demand and supply. This is what we're using, and then we had our this is our fair value gap here. I think we had one earlier around this particular zone. That's from the daily time frame that we're using to take this particular trade. So this is basically it's really not that difficult. Okay, it's the same SMC concept you apply on our forex pairs, right? Our currency pairs that we're applying here on crypto pairs, and it's working out pretty well though. I think I took some trades on Bitcoin the other day. I took some trades on Bitcoin, and I'm sorry, my chart is looking a bit messy. I took some trades on Bitcoin. Okay, I didn't really take this particular one here. I think this was the last sweep that Ethereum was giving us, although Ethereum zone did not really have much momentum. I'm not sure I took this trade though. I'm not sure I did take this trade, but I had this marked out and I was hypothetically supposed to enter here. So assuming I did, most likely my stop loss would have been, even if it was below here, I think I would have gotten stopped out. But I didn't enter this particular trade though, but I had it labeled out, so this should have been a very good entry point. Although I think why I didn't enter for this trade was because the OB had been mitigated already. I missed this my entry point. I forgot to set an alert, right? Because I don't really use much of limit orders like that, so I forgot to set my alert, and that's why I missed this particular entry. This was supposed to be the move that I would have taken, but like I said, I missed it. I think I was still sleeping then, so I was still sleeping most likely. But yeah, I missed this particular trade, and then I think that's the main reason why I didn't come back to take my trade from here again. Okay, so this is just basically it. So you can see I literally use most SMC concepts. Like this particular move here was SMC. It was just here I used flag pattern because then price had not created any new high, and I had a very strong flag pattern which I used to take my buy all the way up, and we exited at 99,500. I don't know if it's showing for something, but exited 99,500 because obviously then the market was not going to touch our $100,000 mark because it was just obvious. For obvious reasons, we had lots of confidence and reasons to tell us that price was not going to touch 100K at that point, so we exited here. Okay, and yeah, that's just basically. So you can see I have my order block here, my supply zone. I was supposed to take my sell here all the way down here, but like I said, I missed it. So I literally use the same SMC concept I use on forex pairs for my crypto pairs, and more than often they do work well. Not even more than often, they work well like lots of times, and I've literally had no issue trading SMC on crypto. So this is just a video for those of you who probably want to dive or delve into the crypto space. You can still use your SMC strategy. The only thing I've not tried is price action. I'm not really that good with price action, so I wouldn't want to trade it here. But I don't know, probably a price action trader, and use this on crypto pairs. If it works out for you, or if it's working for you, please do well to comment in the comment section below, so we could equally share ideas. Please, if there's any part of this video you noticed I probably need little adjustments on, please do well to inform me. Okay, thank you very much for sticking, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Dreamer.